the California wildfires, man, there is some sketchy stuff going on with them things. And if you don't already know, people started those fires. Like, it is super sus and it's super sad. I'm sorry to all the people out there that has lost their homes and their life. I'm very sorry. But in today's video, we're going to dive deep into it and we're going to find out how suspicious these LA fires really are. But before I start, make sure you guys go check out my merch. It will be on my YouTube profile and in the link in the description below, as well as the video I'm reacting to today. But let's just get right into it and let's find out what this story is really all about.
Right now as I speak, parts of LA are burning down. Several wildfires have started around several different sections of LA. While wildfires are a normal occurrence in California, this wildfire has been called the most destructive wildfire in California history. While there might have been larger wildfires in the past, this fire has been labeled one of the most destructive in California history, with it being estimated that $130 billion of damage had already been done since the fire started. Many people who are caught in this terrifying situation have gone on social media to question why all of this is happening, with people feeling that those in charge are not being transparent about what's going on, leaving people to think that there might be something other than nature behind this fire. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Well, today's episode we will be talking about the LA fires, but before we begin, I just wanted to ask you guys to like. Now let's get right into it. Right now, LA is dealing with one of the most devastating fires in Cali history. Thousands of homes and businesses have burned down in a fire that just keeps on spreading. This has forced over 150,000 people to evacuate their homes in order to find safety elsewhere. It's being reported that at least 10 people have passed away due to the wildfires. From what I've read, multiple fires started that don't seem to be connected, which is strange. The first fire broke out in the Pacific Palisades area in LA on January 7th, with over 19,000 acres eventually burning down. Areas like the famous Malibu were caught in the fire, along with the Pacific Palisades and Westward. At a certain point, firefighters reported that the strong winds were causing the fire to grow by 3 football fields of land per minute. According to the media, the fire grew out of a brush fire that exploded due to powerful winds. As of right now, it's being reported that only 8% of the fire has been contained. In a completely different section of LA, the Altadena section, a wildfire also broke out there that doesn't seem to be connected to the Palisades fire. It began in the evening on January 7th in Eaton Canyon in the San Gabriel Mountains. It's being reported that over 13,000 acres have burned down since the fire started. The media is claiming that powerful winds is what's powering and spreading the fire that destroys much of the area. It is also being reported that only about 3% of that fire has been contained. A couple of days later, a fire broke out in the Hollywood Hills near the Runyon Canyon Park on January 8th. The fire had burned 50 acres of the Hollywood Hills, with concerns rising of the fire potentially burning down the Hollywood sign, but it was ironically spared. Just a day later, the Kenneth fire started igniting along a trailhead near Victory Boulevard in the West Hills neighborhood of Los Angeles. About 960 acres have been burned down due to the fire. As of now, that fire is about 35% contained. In total, there are 5 different areas of LA burning right now, and it looks pretty bad. While wildfires are normal occurrences in California, this one seems to be different for 2 reasons: how the fire seems to be spreading to other areas that are not connected, also how the city has responded to these fires. Usually when these wildfires happen, California is pretty prepared and manages to contain it before it does too much damage. But right now with this fire, that isn't the case. As of right now, it is being reported that fire hydrants in the areas where the fires were located had no water flow and were completely dry. When firefighters attempted to use these hydrants, nothing was coming out of them.
And now there's this water supply issue.
But tonight, they're also talking about these fire hydrants, especially in light of what's happening in Southern California. Firefighters battling the Palisades fire work to lay out enough hose to reach a distant fire hydrant because the nearest one has little or no pressure, a serious problem that persists on the raging wildfire, one that crews, including this one from San Francisco, keep running into.
Well, so that is in fact true. Firefighters were complaining last night that some of the hydrants in the Pacific Palisades region were running out of water. No water.
Oh yeah.
And in fact,
because they emptied them.
City officials
they emptied them 3 months ago. They emptied the dams and the fire hydrants.
The demand on the water supply is unprecedented.
The government,
which is hard to comprehend, really, given that all the warnings that
why? Why is all the water
here
gone?
is The
Did it all
Department of Water
evaporate?
and Power Chief Executive addressing reporters just a short time ago. Take a listen.
We have 3 large water tanks, about 1 million gallons each. We ran out of water in the first tank at about 4:45 p.m. yesterday. We ran out of water in the second tank about 8:30 p.m. and the third tank about 3 a.m. this morning.
So there you have it, out of water.
According to the media, most of these hydrants were being supplied by 3 massive water tanks, each holding 1 million gallons of water. These hydrants all went dry when they were needed most, allowing these fires to only grow larger and larger. This was hard to believe for the residents in those areas whose lives literally depended on those hydrants working. It was also reported that Mayor Karen Bass actually cut the fire department's budget last year, something that didn't make sense to most due to the fact that California is known for these wildfires. It's being reported that she lowered their budget by at least $17.5 million.
Where did that $17,005 go?
Why lower the
You want to know where that money went? It went to the families in Afghanistan who served in the Afghanistan war. It went to the Kamala Harris and Biden administration. It went to unnecessary things. Horrible.
Department's budget, like they aren't especially needed in Los Angeles.
The government
When a
got her.
resident saw the governor casually standing by his car, she approached him and tried to question him about the fires, with the governor claiming he was on the phone with the president to get some answers. When the woman asked to hear the conversation, the governor then claimed that he had no cell reception and was having trouble getting in touch with the president.
That was my daughter's school, Governor. Please tell me what you're going to do. I'm not going to hurt him, I promise.
I'm literally talking to the president right now to specifically answer the question of what we can do for you and your daughter.
Can I hear it? Can I hear your call? Because I don't believe it. Come
I
on.
have to get. I have to get cell service.
So let's
There's no
get it.
cell service.
Let's get it. I want to be here when you call the president.
I appreciate it. I'm doing that right now, and it's to immediately get reimbursements, individual assistance, and to help you. I'm devastated for you. I'm so sorry, especially for your daughter. I have 4 kids. Losing the school.
Everyone who went to school there, they lost their homes. They lost 2 homes because they were living in one building another. Governor, please tell
This
me.
is
Tell me,
horrible.
What are you going to do with the president right now?
We're getting the resources to help rebuild. We're getting
Why
the
was there no
resources to do
water
it.
in the hydrants,
It's
Governor?
all it's all literally.
Is it going to be different next time?
It has to be. Has to
Right.
be. Of course.
What are you going to do?
I'm doing
To fill
everything
the
I can.
hydrants. I would fill them up personally.
He's
you know
laughing.
that.
I
I
That's
would fill up
disgusting.
the hydrants myself. But would you do that?
would do whatever I can.
But you're not! I see the... Do you know there's water dripping over there, Governor? There's water coming out there. You can use it.
Clearly, the governor wasn't on a phone call with the president like he claimed. He was just trying to pacify a desperate woman who was losing everything because of a fire that the city failed to contain. In a state where wildfires are common, it just didn't make any sense. Something else that I found extremely suspicious was the fact that thousands of Los Angeles homeowners were dropped by their insurer before the Palisades fire started. Insurance companies like Allstate, AmGuard, Nationwide Farmers Insurance Group, and many others stopped selling home insurance policies or reduced and even discontinued coverage sometime before the
This has
wildfire,
been in the
leaving
plans.
many people without no coverage and without no remedy to rebuild what they have lost after this fire. This has also raised tremendous concern from many, as it seems pretty calculated that these insurance policies would stop insuring people before one of the most devastating wildfires. It was also reported that many celebrities lost their homes in these wildfires. The homes of celebrities like Mel Gibson, Paris Hilton, Anthony Hopkins, Tina Knowles, John Goodman, and Miles Teller are among those destroyed due to the fire. Many people on social media were pointing out the fact that last year, so many celebrities were exposed. Now this year, many celebrities' homes are burning, with the literal Hollywood sign being under threat of burning down. Now, while it seems like karma for what these celebrities have been doing in Hollywood, the fire is actually affecting more everyday people like you and me than actual celebrities who are rich and have multiple homes across the country. While most people were left homeless and with nowhere to go, these celebrities were likely not home when the fires happened or hopped in a private jet and left to one of their luxury homes in another state. The ones that did lose their homes are going to get a massive insurance check and are going to have no issues rebuilding, while those who aren't celebrities are going to have little to no help trying to rebuild their homes. I truly feel
America
sorry for
runs.
these people, and I pray
America
God
is a
protects and helps them
corporation.
get through this situation. While it might seem like karma for the celebrities, I don't think it is. Now that being said, I do feel like a lot of this isn't adding up. The fact that these wildfires all started happening in different parts of LA that aren't directly connected doesn't make sense to me. Then the fact that these hydrants that are needed to put out these fires are running dry and not being able to provide water to put the fire out also doesn't make sense. Add this with the city lowering the firefighters' budget by $17.5 million and the insurance companies purposely not trying to provide coverage in areas that were severely affected by the fire. You can see how this raises a lot of suspicion. This is leading people to assume that maybe these fires weren't started naturally. Many people online have started to theorize that these fires might have been started for nefarious reasons. Many people online suggest that they might have let these fires do this damage on purpose, similarly to what people thought about the Maui fires a few years back. So many people that were affected by the Maui fires started to think that there was something nefarious going on with that fire too. They felt the reason behind this fire was so that the billionaires could secretly buy up land and properties that were burned down in the fire for a fraction of what they were worth.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right.
Others blame celebrities like Oprah, who was building an estate in Maui. Some even suggested that the fire could have been started because of the plans for the Maui Smart City, a theory that was extensively denied by those in power. I will say it is strange that Maui experienced such a destructive fire when they were planning on building smart cities. What's even more strange is the fact that LA seems to have similar plans of building a smart city. Smart LA 2028 is plans for LA to rebuild LA into a smart city that uses technology to improve the quality of life. This Smart LA initiative was promised by the UN in hopes of turning LA into what they call smart cities, just like they promised for Maui. Now, I will say that it is rather suspicious, don't you think? While I can't directly say this is what's going on, I can say that it is strange. All of this that I'm noticing does tell a story that makes you think that something else is going on. As of right now, this is all just theories that people on the internet are claiming. I'm not saying that someone started this fire, as it could have likely been caused by a brush fire, but I am pointing fingers at the response to the fire, as it doesn't seem like they were prepared to handle it. The fact that they weren't prepared could suggest that this is happening exactly as some powerful people would have wanted. Rich, powerful people who might have plans for LA and needed something like this to happen to enact it. But I have no proof of that, so that's just my thoughts. Something else I found was that people online were claiming they saw people running around starting fires during all of this, with people suggesting this is proof that these fires could have been man-made. What's interesting about this is that a man was
can of gasoline on the ground?
Reportedly arrested for suspected arson in LA. Los Angeles police have arrested an unnamed man who was allegedly spotted attempting to light a fire in the city's Woodland Hills area near the Kenneth fire. Though law enforcement officials have said they cannot confirm a connection between the arson suspect and any of the deadly fires currently burning through California. Apparently, the man was caught with a propane tank or a flamethrower. The man was detained by nearby residents who held him down until police arrived. After interviewing the suspect, investigators determined that there was not enough probable cause to charge the man with arson or suspicion of arson, and he was instead arrested on a felony probation violation. This was again suspicious to me. How is it that this man was caught with a flamethrower starting a fire but couldn't be charged with arson? This raises concerns on whether some of these fires could have actually been started by people and not by nature. But I will say it's hard not to believe something more nefarious is going on here.
Yeah, this is very serious, and as you guys saw, the fires that were located around the city didn't even match up to the Palisades fire. There were 4 fires, and half of them were across the city. And then with the guy with the blowtorch, the fire hydrants being empty, there is something definitely happened sneaky behind it, and I hope you guys see what's going on. I really do. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I bring you guys daily drama videos, daily news every single day, and I bring you the truth. So make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and I will see you guys in the next one. This has been Bear with a React. And remember, if it's not a react with Bear, it ain't a react at all. Yeah, screw.